Hello and welcome everybody. We are now at a microbrewery here in Greece, and it's in the town of Cassandria. It was earlier called Valta, and here we have a brewer whose name is Thannasis, and he is responsible for the microbrewery, which is a gypsy brewery, because he borrows brewing equipment in the neighborhood town of Thessaloniki
in another small brewery.
Mike, could I ask you how come you start? How did this interest for microbrewery or brewing start with you? What was your first impulse?
It was about before 10 years. We drinking beer. In that days, they start. We found that starter kit in internet that you can do your beer in your home, and we drinking beer in the night. And one friend said, "You want to drink to make our beer in a house?" And I say, "Oh, why not?" And we search in internet, and we bought the first starter brew kit. It was very easy, It was syrup. You put the water inside.
This big can, and you open the can.
Yes, you put the water inside the syrup, and after you put the yeast inside, and you have beer. Okay, so simple. You clean all the equipment, don't have to be clean for the yeast, and the beer was ready. After 2 years, I start to make my equipment. I take inox barrels, something like that. I make
these bigger ones for like 30 liters.
30 liters. I had that for fermentation tank. I put the beer inside with the yeast, and after 1 month I had my beer.
And then, but that time you were still using extract, like syrup, or were you?
No. I start with barley. I try to make my own recipes from the beginning, from the start. So yes, I had my own my own equipment. I make my own equipment. I didn't.
You made your own equipment?
Oh yes.
Wow.
I have a three-vessel system. Three-vessel system is first I have 1 barrel 50 liters. I boil the water. The second one was the massing, that you put the barley inside with the hot water.
Yes.
And the third
for the wort.
It's for the wort, yes, to boil the wort.
So I had a three-vessel system, one for the hot water.
With the pumps, with the pumps, with the recycle, all these things, I made myself. And that was about 2013, 2014. 2013,
and by that time, could you purchase malt and yeast and hops in Greece, or did
Yes,
you?
From Greece. Yes, from Greece. We had some e-shops that you can take all that ingredients to make the beer.
Ah, good.
Of course, if we want something other special ingredients, for example, I don't know, some special malts or we take that things from Germany, from Belgium, from I don't know, from another. But the most of them was from Greece. Now if someone is a home brewer now in Greece, he can find everything here. So it's very easy.
By 2021, you can find everything on the net, or some shops maybe.
Yes.
Would there be some shops maybe in the big town around the corner, Thessaloniki?
I think in Thessaloniki there is no a home brewer shop.
And now we're talking about the city, maybe 2 million, and still there are
1 million something.
Okay. And there is still no shops.
For from homebrewing. Yes.
No.
I don't know if they have just the simple ones.
Maybe to make
for
wine.
example, if you want to buy a barley, a malt, you cannot because it is it is a product with tax.
Oh.
You cannot buy from everywhere.
Uh-huh.
For example, like a brewery now, we bought from another big brewery from Vergina, if you know Vergina beer. From
Oh yeah, we know about that.
So our barley, so our malt is from Vergina. It's Greek, okay? It's,
Yes.
And we can buy only from there. From home brewing, you must have a special license because you produce alcohol. That's why you cannot open now. I cannot open now a shop with first.
No.
Ingredients from.
That was good news because Vergina is actually my favorite beer here in Greece. The ones I've been trying is Vergina, my
It's
favorite.
the biggest. It's the biggest microbrewery. In the papers, you know, Vergina is a microbrewery. It's in the top of the production for to be microbrewery.
Oh.
And this is because we have a tax here for the alcohol.
Yeah.
And if you are a microbrewery, you pay half tax.
I think the Swedish microbrews will be very, very envious of you having half tax.
Okay, that production is very high. For example, it's 30,000 tons per year.
Yeah.
If you produce 30,000 in one bottle,
Yes.
you pay the double tax, the double tax for the alcohol. You understand?
Yes.
For example, this has 12 cents. 12 cents. This have 11 cents. This with 6.5% alcohol has 13 cents.
So if I got you right, Thannasis is like when your microbrew production is more expensive, and because the tax is by percentage, then you would have paid more. But instead, the Greek government decided to halve the tax. Is that correct?
Yes.
This is incredible because it's just the problem we're having in Sweden with the microbreweries because of the small production, it gets expensive, and then the tax gets very expensive. And in Sweden we have
here also this is an extra tax, okay? Because we have that VAT that is in every product, okay?
Yes.
And for the beer it's in the high level, okay? It's 24%. This is the other tax is the second tax that only for the alcohol.
Yes. No.
Okay.
I just mentioned that was Thannasis' son who didn't break a glass because the father is still happy. He's going to be calmer now. Prosochi. That means warning. This is very interesting. I have to surprise Thannasis here by telling him how much you have to cough up for a beer like this microbrewery beer if you would go to the pub in Sweden. Can you imagine how much that would be? We would have to pay because it's a microbrewery and because the taxes are very high in Sweden.
I didn't understand the retail price or the what?
For one bottle of microbrewery beer in the pub. What do you think?
In the pub.
In the pub, yeah.
I don't know. 7-8 euros.
It's even more than that. You would have to cough up like 11-12 euros for one beer. And people
because here it's the normal. If you go to drink in taverna, drink an Amstel, for example, that's the most common, or Alpha or Vergina. You pay 3-4 euros.
That's the same. That's the same in Sweden. That's the same in Sweden.
If you my beer, for example, in bars and restaurant in bars, start from 5 euros.
That's okay.
Start from 5 euros. Okay, for example, I don't know. See also this
Now he brings out the Swedish beer.
This is a Swedish beer, okay. I sell that for 50.
Yeah,
okay. I buy that 380. For example, I don't, because here I'm a retail shop. I'm not I'm not a bar. If I was a bar, I sell that 8 euro, for example. Now I put 50 cent more, and okay, I'm okay.
Yeah.
But yes, we have also.
So your situation, I would say, in Greece is much better, because I would say in the bar for a regular beer in Sweden you pay like 4.50 or 4, something like that for regular beer. Whereas for this one you have to pay like 12, because the taxes is the same for the microbrewery. And also in the pubs they have an extra tax, a third tax. So they have free tax system in Sweden, which makes it very, very, very.
Your salary is also too high for us.
well,
because here, yes.
Yeah, but you have to be honest. A beer in Sweden in the pub is like 4, and it's 4 here in Greece. But the microbrew beer is 12 in Sweden, and of course, if you're a microbrewer, it'll be very hard to sell the beers.
Of course, if the difference is so much.
Yeah. So I think the Greek example is much better, and somebody in the Greek government must be very intelligent.
Okay,
sorry.
The tax, for example, I said I sell that in the bar 2 euros. Okay.
To the bar.
In the bar. Okay, and the bar sell it 5. Okay. In that 2 euros. In that 2 euros, the tax for the alcohol it's only 10 cent.
Oh.
If you are a big brewery like Amsterdam, like Novergina, like the Alpha, and you product the same beer, the 11-12 cents it's double, so you will pay 20 cents. So it's not so much.
No.
For example, in that kind of beer, here it's an imperial stout with 12% alcohol. Okay.
Ooh, this, wine.
This maybe have 50 cent tax. Okay, but if you see, I sell that 6.20, or I have also another one. I have a barley wine, for example, here. I sell 18 euros. You see?
Barley wine, wow.
It's a barley wine.
This is one of the most exclusive beers ever.
Barley wine, it's also Greek. Barley wine aged in Mavrodaphne barrels. Mavrodaphne, it's a kind of wine, especially in Patras. It's a very sweet beer.
Sweet wine.
Yes.
I tried it. And
it's a very sweet. It's difficult because if you drink 2 glasses of wine of that wine, the normal wine, you are it's very sweet. You understand? But the difference is this.
Very interesting. I digressed a bit.
And the VAT, for example, I sell that 2 euros plus VAT. Plus VAT is 24%, so it's another 50 cents per bottle. The VAT for all the products.
But I digressed a bit. But now we come to when you actually started the microbrewery and your gypsy movement. And when was that when you decided to have a microbrewery?
In 2018.
2018. And you came up with this name. We can see here it's Valtinger, and it's because of, you have to tell the story.
My wife is from Germany, and we start all that together. It's a humoristic, it's a funny,
Germany inspired name.
Yeah, German inspired name.
And it had me fooled. And I have to mention, yesterday I was speaking to Pico brewer, I had to say.
Pico.
Yeah, Pico, even smaller than Micro, Roger. And he asked me, he said, in my neighborhood, which is like outside a town half the size of Thessaloniki, they started with so many microbreweries on only one road, like 4 or 5 of them. So you can have like a pub crawl in that part of town, which is very unusual. And he asked me, any microbrewery in Greece? And I said, I've been here like 20 times, never heard of anything, never seen anything. The most special beer I've ever tried was Mamos from Thessaloniki.
Mamos, you know that it's the things that the big company do to fool all that people that doesn't know about beer.
Yeah.
Mamos is Carlsberg.
Oh.
You understand? Like
So no-
Nymphy, you know
Yeah,
Nymphy,
Nymphy, yeah.
you know Nymphy,
Yeah, we tried it,
Nymphy is Amstel.
Oh.
You understand? So what they do, they don't say any. They say that Nymphy, okay, Nymphy.
Yeah.
We produce Nymphy in Thessaloniki. We produce Mamos in Patra. We are small breweries. Yes. And you finally you see here product by Athenian brewery of Greece. Under construction of Amstel, and I don't know what else.
What do you think, Thannasis? Do you think that happens in Sweden as well?
Of course.
Yes. We have 2 examples. Gotlands Bryggerier, which is an island outside Sweden, and they also have a small brewery, but it's owned by one of the largest breweries in Sweden, Spendrups. It's a lovely beer though. It's a very nice. It's much more distinct than Mamos. Mamos is just a regular Pilsner, I think, more or less.
Pilsner,
Nothing.
Like Kaiser. You know
Nothing.
Kaiser.
Yeah, we try
Kaiser
that.
is also Mamos is from it's from Carlsberg company. Kaiser is from or the opposite. The other.
Tuborg or Amstel, Tuborg, Heineken.
Yeah. Here in Greece, Amstel has also Heineken. Heineken is the same company.
Wow.
The same import company, for example.
I see. And when you started your business, did you become? I guess you're not a full-time brewer, but
No. I was working in a hotel. 20 years.
Yeah, but
I
you
was
still
working
kept that work, and
The first years, yes.
Yeah.
The first 2 years, yes.
Ah, now you're working full-time.
Now I'm working.
Wow, he's a professional microbrewer. That's not half bad.
I'm working. Also this year I have my beer in here in Halkidiki in Thessaloniki now for 300 spots.
Wow. 300.
Yes, 300. Okay. The actual the spots that order every week. It's 50, for example. The other one order one time a month. So. I try to be full this year in July and August that everything was open. It was very difficult to me because I make 400 kilometers per day to make rounds to
So
give
300 spots in Thessaloniki, which is the big town close to here. It's not half bad. It's really good. That's impressive. So he can actually live on it, support a family and everything. Wow. Almost.
I don't have I don't have very big profits, because now I am in the start, and every time I have some money, I take equipment. I make new beers. I make and all this, so I don't have so much profit, in a bank. Okay, I don't know in anyone. I don't have loans. I don't have nothing.
No. You don't have loans? Wow.
I have a very small loan that I take it because the government give it to me. It's a normal loan, but with very small
interest.
Yes. For example, this year I go to bank to ask for a loan, a bigger loan.
Yes.
And the bank said no. We cannot give you because you don't have profits.
And now the microbrewery was started, and currently Thannasis is supporting 4 different types of beer.
I have these 2 two that is every production every all the year.
Could you bring it a little bit more to the light? And let's start with this Valtinger, and this is
Halkidiki Pilsner. It's a
Halkidiki
German
Pilsner.
style Pilsner.
It's a very German style Pilsner. And Halkidiki is the province we're in now. It's a very, very beautiful area of northern Greece. And it's also a lot of Swedes coming here from Sweden. So when you get here, you'll have a chance to try out Thannasis beer. And
The other one is a honey ale, also with bio honey from our area.
this is also called Valtinger, and it's made with local honey.
It's local bio honey.
Oh, bio honey as
Bio
well.
honey from chestnut trees.
Wow!
It's not for in our area, but it's in forest in Holomondas mountain, about 50 kilometers from here.
Well, that's far enough.
It's the mountain of the Halkidiki.
Close enough. It's still in Halkidiki. And then you had two more beers, which was maybe from...
And this year, this beer is a beer that product one time a year. This is a strong ale with my
see
own
here.
hops.
With your own hops?
Yes.
You produced your hops.
Yes.
Look at that. Thannasis even produces his own hops. And what's the name of the hops? What's the...
I have different types of hops. I have Cascade, I have
Cascade.
Target, I have Magnum, I have what else I have?
So this is
Centennial, I think.
Centennial as well, American hops. So this is a brand new story. He's actually growing hops since...
I have also back here, and the fourth beer is that also one time a year, because we participate in a campaign that support women's rights.
So here we actually have a beer that is supporting women's rights.
So, women's rights that working in a beer industry.
Who works in?
Beer industry.
In the beer industry.
It's Pink Boots Society. It's a society that supports women's rights. They give scholarships, they give fund jobs, and all these things.
Fantastic. And
1 minute.
yes, should I follow you? So we're waiting for Thannasis.
For example, if you see here.
Oh, look at that. And this is Centennial or Cascade, or what is
most
it?
of them is Cascade.
Let's see if we can find this lemony grapefruit smell from
A
this.
little bit, because now, but if you
Look at that. This is actually grown in Greece. And I don't know how is the climate is quite different from Czechoslovakia and Germany, where you usually grow these things, and America. How does it grow here in Greece with all the warm?
normally, yes, normally the hops want cold weather.
Yes.
So we don't have the ideal what's that? Conditions to grow the hops. Also, the salt from the sea, isn't it good? Also.
Because this is very close to the very salty Mediterranean here.
But okay, if one tree, for example, one plant, for example, take 10 kilos of hops in Germany, here we produce 7. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. We have also. 1 minute. So We have also a Greek farmer here that produce hops in the northern, south Greece, but in the mountains.
Yeah.
Mythodea hops, and he has a
Oh,
lot
there's
of,
actually a Greek variety. It sounds Greek.
yes.
Wow.
He grows also a lot of varieties, but I think he make also his own variety, that Mythodea. He do that a lot of years now, and he make that varieties here.
Cross spicing, whatever. I know what it is. Yeah, you put
and
the
here
pulp.
we had also we have also here in the mountains again wild hops.
Wild hops.
Wild
Wow.
hops, yes, we have our weather is good for that kind of hops. But here in Greece, because it's expensive to produce it.
Yeah, I can well imagine. Yeah.
All the farmers, if you, for example, if you have barleys, or if you have cottons, if you have sunflowers for olive, they give extra money for the
Subsidize to grow the stuff. Yeah.
To grow the stuff, and for the hops,
they don't give subsidized because it's a new small crops. Yeah.
That's why.
It's not established as us.
That's why nobody wants to.
No, it doesn't make a profit of it. It's not a typical, what do we say, thing to grow here in Greece.
Until they don't grow anything, until they learn about the price that we bought the hops. If I say that I buy these hops with 50 euros per kilo, and how much? I don't know, 1,000 meters in the ground, you can make 500 kilos.
Yeah.
All the farmers, so much. Oh yes, but if you want to do that, of course it's very expensive, but it's difficult to grow it.
It's just special. That goes to show that Thannasis has a very keen interest in the brewing making, when he also makes his own hops, which is quite unusual. I don't think I met anyone in Sweden.
Actually, I have one plant here, but it's not good. Now it's in the end of the
Season, of course, yeah.
And it's also in a small, I don't know the name. If you see here, there is that's small.
I did notice this plant, but I didn't recognize it as a hops.
The hops that I have in my plant, it's 6 meters.
As it should, as it should,
also these irony things with.
Wow, to bring up.
Now it was only, all the summer was green, without flowers, and now before 2 weeks make flowers in the October, but just small.
That's small ones, not big enough to produce, but it's good. It goes to show that you can actually produce that. We should also mention, finishing off here, that it will actually be my assumption yesterday that there weren't even microbreweries in Greece has proved to be completely wrong. And not only that, Thannasis is telling me that this week there will be brewery mass in Thessaloniki, where what did you say, 30-40 breweries, microbreweries will gather.
Yes.
And from Thursday
until Sunday.
to Sunday in Thessaloniki. I will put this on YouTube tonight, but I don't know if anybody from Sweden will be able to come here. But if you are in the neighborhood of Thessaloniki, you can come to the big house called what was that?
International Exhibition of Thessaloniki.
Exhibition Hall in Thessaloniki, alltså mässhallarna i Thessaloniki, where you can meet Thannasis and his brewery Valtinger, and of course loads of other breweries, and you can also try beer from these 30 to 40 different brewers, and all of them going to have like at least 2 beers or 3 beers or 4 beers, something like that. It sounds very interesting. Should we end this by we bought 2 beers or 3, 4 beers? Could we open one and just try it out? Is that okay?
Yes, why not?
So we're not breaking any laws here in Greece. We give one of the beers a try here. So you will.
What will you do? A golden one.
I think they're still cold, but yes, fair enough. So this
What
is.
do you want? You want this Pilsner one? You want now cold? Pilsner one.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Let's try. Ja.
Βαρέθηκες?
We're going to have a little try here to feel out the beer. See, and I think Thannasis is going to give us a very nice. Yeah, look at that. Very nice. So I'm going to change to selfie mode, and I wish I know how to do that. I'm just going to ask Thannasis to hold the camera for just a second here, and you me instead. Not him, not just me. And I say cheers from Valta, they used to be called, and now it's Cassandria in Halkidiki, and I'm now trying the Valtinger Halkidiki Pilsner, local beer from a microbrewery here in Greece. And I say cheers.
Cheers, Yamas.
You see, it's also unpasteurized, and it's not even filtered, which I really like. Let's have a good drink. It smells wonderful. Very malty. Oh, what hops have you used for this?
Traditional varieties, hop, German hops, Hallertau and Magnum. Hallertau, Magnum and Target.
Come again, the last one.
The last one, Target.
Target.
I think Target.
Hallertau and Target. No Saz.
No Saz.
Smells like Saz.
Saz is from Czech.
It's absolutely beautiful. It's very creamy. It has a full hop taste, quite some bitterness to it, and the yeast is medium strong. It's perfect for me. This is a beer I love. Cheers, and
Cheers.
Yamas from
Yamas.
Greece. Thank you very much. You can just press the wrong one.